Dear faculty members of Muğla University and my grateful students, I would like to convey today our guest lecturers in those catastrophic or hectic times from very far from Turkey, Professor Eric Sim.
Hello.
He's a finance executive actually, and my classmate when I was in Lancaster University in 1996. Eric actually, he got 2.7 million finance followers from all around the world, young professionals, and he's coaching and training finance professionals. He is the founder of the Institute of Life, right? And he is living in Singapore. He used to be an executive in UBS in Hong Kong area, and then professor in Beijing and then in Hong Kong and Singapore as well. And he will help us and then convey and then share his perfect life culture with us about how in career working in social media, right, Eric?
Yeah, social media, online, offline, I'll share in the next 15 minutes. Thank you, Professor Ahmet, for inviting me to do this video with you via Zoom. And this is the first time I'm seeing Prof in 23 years. You know, we met in Lancaster in the UK in 1996, 1997, and we haven't met. Today is the first time I'm meeting him. I'm really excited to speak to him, to speak to the students, and also Prof's colleague in Turkey. I've been to Turkey only for transit. I really want to come to your university one day to give a speech and meet you face to face. So today we know that a lot of us are trapped at home, working from home because of the coronavirus situation. And I thought it will be nice to use this time at home to do some networking. We can network online and also at the same time give you some tips how to network offline. And let me share some of my slides with you. There you go. How to network online and offline. I'm Eric Sin. So we know that for students, you are always thinking about jobs, how to get jobs. And a lot of the jobs are not advertised. If you look at this picture, only 20% of the job are advertised. The other 80%, they are by word of mouth, whether you know somebody or not. So if you know the right people, the chances are you can get a higher chance of getting that job. There are 5 points I want to share. Number one is the strength of weak ties. We have a relationship, and this relationship, a lot of time, are divided into two. One is friends, your classmate, the people that you work with, your relative. There's another group of people which I call acquaintance. You know, they can be weak ties, but acquaintance, there are two types. Your neighbors, you bump into them, you have a small talk, but it's not going to help you with your job. Your classmate from another, from another class, maybe you just meet and greet. You don't talk because you need a job, they need a job. It's not going to help you. But there's another group of people, what I call the high quality connection. These are the people who are not strong like friends, but can complement your strength in a different industry, different age group, and maybe already working. So these are the people who can really help you. Let me demonstrate. So for you, you're on the left of this slide. Your close friends, your strong ties are your classmates. But who you really want to meet? You maybe want to meet a banker in London. You know, you are a student in Turkey. Banker in London may or may not be the job that you want to do, may or may not be the department. London may or may not be the city. But you know that he is in London, he's a banker. His friends, his colleague could also be in the finance industry. Maybe they're in London, maybe they're in France, maybe they're in Germany. If you can connect with him, then you have access to many more opportunity. So how do we connect with these people? And a lot of time, weak ties are strong in terms of introducing job, because a lot of job opportunity you don't know and your classmates do not know, your relatives do not know. But the banker in London, he knows or she might know. And the best way to network now is really to do it online, because we spend our time at home. You know, you cannot travel to a different city. And how do you do so? Is by using LinkedIn. I want to show you one of the young professional. After graduating for 1 year, one day, John sent a message to me. It's a kind of a cold calling message. He said, "Dear Eric, hope all is well. I've been following your page because I write on LinkedIn a lot for a while now, and you really put out some interesting and informative content. I can really see you're passionate about helping and teaching the younger generation. And as part of that generation, I appreciate it. I saw you'll be speaking at a digital marketing conference in Shanghai in a few weeks' time. I live in Shanghai, but unfortunately, I cannot attend your conference. Can I come and invite you for coffee?" That's what he said. And guess what? How I replied? Very nice message. I say, "Thank you for following me on LinkedIn. This Shanghai trip is a little bit tight for me. I may give a talk in NYU in Shanghai in November." So that's like 5-6 months later. Basically telling him no. How did he reply? He said, "My pleasure, not a problem. Figure it would be, but thought I'd reach out regardless. I'll continue following your updates. And next time I'm in Hong Kong, I'll reach out to see if you're available." Then I said, "I'm speaking. If you want, you can come and attend my talk. Otherwise, I don't have time." He took half day off from his employer and he came. So we spoke, and ever since we have a high quality connection. And he told me that his life has changed. He changed job. He moved from Shanghai to Hong Kong, and he's really a happy young professional doing fintech now. So this is just simply going online, looking for high quality connection, trying 1 time, 2 times, and write in a professional way. So if your LinkedIn is not updated, I suggest you put a profile photo, professional profile photo, put a bit of write-up on what you study, what's your passion. And I want to connect with you with a few people. If you have LinkedIn, you can connect with John right away. You say that you have attended, you have watched this video and you like to connect with him. He's based out of Hong Kong. He's experienced in China as well. He's American. Or you can connect to Alvin Ma, who is the CEO of a $7 billion real estate fund. He's based in Singapore, maybe too far for you. But if you want to know real estate investing, private equity, you can connect with him. You just mention my name. Or you can connect with Ether. Ether is one of my content writer. She helps me in Institute of Life, my company, and she gives me ideas. She's now studying in France, in Sciences Po, and very talented young lady. So now I give you 3 connections. Please feel free to connect with them. So that is online while you're at home. That's what you can do. How about offline? What events to join? In Turkey, Istanbul, there's a CFA society. You can join some of their events. show you. There's a networking event. You know, this one already passed. This was in Sabat. Is which month is this, Prof? Is it in February?
Actually, I do not know. Yeah.
Okay, I not sure what's this language. It's called Subat or Sabat.
Shubat, yes.
Subat,
A month,
yeah.
yes. Shubat.
Yeah.
February.
In February. Okay, so February there is a networking event. Maybe you can join. And you know, to join a CFA event, a lot of professionals are there. So you will be one of the few students. And they also have some other event, Istanbul Technical University. And their events is like that. You know, you can meet people who are already working, and I think it will be quite nice. If you join school event, then mostly students, and then student meeting students, less useful for you. Number 4 is how to organize networking events. Sometimes all these students event not as interesting, but you can organize networking events with some students, with some professional that you know on LinkedIn, and invite them to come to your university to give a speech, to come to university for lunch. Or maybe you can organize an event for you and your friends can go to Istanbul and meet some professional, meet some people in the industry that you want to work with. So when I organize event, I organize people from different nationality. It could be Indian, mainland Chinese, Australian, Italian, people from Kosovo, and different industry. Of course, most of my contacts are from the finance industry. So this is Esther. She came back from France that day. And I've got Frank from Mackenzie. And I also have architect down here. And to connect with people, have a story. Get ready your story. I'll share you one story. So in year 2000, I applied for Princeton PhD. Unlike Prof who did your PhD earlier on, I didn't do my PhD. I did my Master's in Finance at Lancaster together with Prof. And now in year 2000, I said, maybe I should get a PhD, and I applied to Princeton. They sent me this letter. They say, your application for admission to Princeton University has been reviewed by the graduate school. Unfortunately, we cannot offer you admission at this time, but we'll put you on waiting list. So that was 20 years ago. 20 years later, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Princeton to give me a reply. So I hope one day I can go to Princeton to give a speech, and at the same time I can go to their admin office to find out where am I on the waiting list. So that's my little story. So you should prepare one of these stories so that when you go networking, you got something to share and people will remember you. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, this is my profile. You can scan my QR code. You can follow Institute of Life on LinkedIn, or you can even write me an email, eric.sim@iol.live. You can also visit my website. It will show you some of the events that I have conducted in the past.
All right, Eric, thank you very much indeed. I am gratitude, just extend my gratitude to you that you are on these hectic times. Maybe my few students will really send you an email, try to establish some network to you, and then you will for your future careers. Thank you very much, and we wish you to see you in real world, maybe in coming year, hopefully when you visit Turkey.
Yeah, so if I visit Istanbul when I give a speech, I would love to fly down to your university to meet some of you out there. In the meantime, you can visit my LinkedIn page, which I will show you right now. Let me see, where is my Google Chrome. Okay, down here. Yep. So yesterday I posted a e-networking event on my LinkedIn. So you can see I have many students and working professional all coming to introduce themselves. So students, young professional, all can come on this page. I welcome you to join me on my LinkedIn networking.
Thank you very much, Eric.
All right, Prof. I shall leave you to it, and I really hope to see you in person. And thank you for having me. It's really nice to do this video.
Thank you.